All right, so we're diving into interview prep for a fruit production team leader.
Yeah, a role that requires a blend of leadership skills and deep knowledge of the industry.
And we've got a whole stack of RoleCatcher resources to help us.
Career guides, interview guides, even FAQs. It's like a toolkit for success.
Exactly. And our mission is to make sure you walk into that interview feeling confident and prepared.
So let's get started. First things first, the career guide. It gives you a solid understanding of what the role actually entails.
Responsibilities, skills, career paths, it paints a pretty complete picture.
And then you've got the interview guide, which zeroes in on specific questions you might encounter.
And the SAQs. They cover those practical details like salary expectations and typical work hours.
It's like having a roadmap for navigating the entire interview process.
Speaking of roadmaps, RoleCatcher's AI analyzes job descriptions and identifies any skills you might be missing on your resume.
It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket.
Okay, so let's jump right into those interview questions.
Sounds good.
First up, how did you become interested in fruit production and what motivated you to pursue a career in this field?
Ah, the classic origin story question.
It's a staple for a reason, right?
Absolutely. It gives you a chance to share your passion and show the interviewer why you're genuinely interested in this field.
So it's more than just listing your qualifications. It's about telling your story authentically.
Exactly. Did a childhood experience spark your love for fruit? Were you inspired by a mentor in the industry?
Share those experiences. Paint a picture for them.
And connect it back to your career goals.
Hmm.
Why leadership in fruit production specifically? What kind of impact do you hope to make?
It's about showing them that you're not just looking for any job. You're looking for a career that aligns with your values and aspirations.
Right. Maybe you volunteered at a community orchard and saw firsthand the importance of fresh fruit access.
Or maybe you're passionate about sustainable agriculture and want to make a difference in how fruit is grown and distributed.
Those are great examples that showcase your genuine interest.
And it hints at leadership qualities too, initiative, community engagement.
Exactly. Now imagine a follow-up question. What are some of the biggest challenges facing the fruit production industry today?
And how do you see your role as a team leader in addressing those challenges?
This one's all about showing your knowledge of the industry and your strategic thinking skills.
So it's a good time to tap into that career guide we talked about.
Absolutely. The career guide provides valuable insights into current trends and challenges.
Like labor shortages, climate change, the increasing demand for organic produce.
Use that knowledge to formulate your answer.
You might mention the rising costs of inputs like fertilizer and packaging, and how you would look for ways to optimize efficiency and reduce waste.
Or you could talk about the importance of adapting to changing consumer preferences and exploring new varieties or marketing strategies.
It's all about showing that you're not just passionate about fruit, but you're also aware of the bigger picture.
Okay, next question. What experience do you have leading a team in a production environment, and what skills have you developed in this role?
Time to shift gears from passion to proven skills.
Exactly. They want concrete examples, not just generalizations.
Think back to past experiences where you've managed teams, even if it wasn't in agriculture specifically. So leading a group project, coordinating volunteers at a food bank, or even managing a busy shift at a restaurant can all be relevant.
Absolutely. The key is to focus on transferable skills. Communication, organization, problem solving, delegation.
Those are essential for any leadership role.
For instance, you could describe a time when you implemented a new training program that improved team efficiency.
Or how you successfully resolved a conflict between team members, creating a more positive work environment.
And remember to quantify your achievements whenever possible.
Did that new training program reduce errors by a certain percentage? Did your conflict resolution strategy lead to an increase in productivity?
Those details make your achievements more concrete and impressive.
Now here's a potential follow-up. Can you describe a time when you had to motivate your team to achieve a challenging goal?
Ah, the motivation question. A chance to showcase your leadership style and your ability to inspire others.
It's about painting a picture of yourself as a leader who can rally their team and achieve great things together.
So think about a time when you faced a tight deadline, a complex project, or maybe even a setback.
How did you keep your team focused and motivated? Did you use positive reinforcement? Did you break down the task into smaller, more manageable steps?
Did you appeal to their sense of ownership and pride in their work?
Sharing a specific anecdote can really bring your answer to life.
Maybe you had to deal with a last-minute order increase or a sudden change in weather conditions.
Explain how you adapted your plans, communicated effectively with your team, and ultimately overcame the challenge.
It shows that you're not afraid of a challenge and you can lead your team through difficult situations.
Okay, let's move on to this question. How do you ensure your team is meeting production targets while maintaining quality standards?
It's about finding that sweet spot between efficiency and excellence.
Especially in fruit production, where you're dealing with perishable goods and consumer expectations are high.
Exactly. You need to show that you understand how to achieve both quantity and quality.
Think about specific strategies you've used in the past.
Implementing quality control checks, providing regular feedback to your team, even introducing incentives for exceeding quality benchmarks.
You could talk about how you use data to track key metrics like yield, size, color, and bricks levels to ensure fruit quality.
And don't forget to mention the importance of clear communication with your team.
Setting expectations, providing training, and addressing any issues promptly.
Now here's where RoleCatcher's AI can really shine.
It helps you tailor your answers to the specific job description.
For example, if the job emphasizes organic farming practices, you might want to highlight your experience with organic pest control or soil health management.
It's about making sure your skills and experience align with the employer's priorities.
All right, next question. How do you ensure your team is following safety protocols and minimizing risks in the production environment?
Safety is paramount in fruit production.
Especially when you're dealing with heavy machinery, potentially hazardous materials, and sometimes challenging weather conditions.
This question is all about demonstrating your commitment to safety and your understanding of relevant regulations.
Go beyond just saying safety is important.
Provide concrete examples of how you prioritize and enforce safety measures.
Maybe you implemented a new safety training program that included hands-on demonstrations.
Or you introduced a system for reporting near misses to create a culture where everyone feels comfortable speaking up about potential hazards.
And highlight your leadership role in safety.
Did you personally conduct safety inspections? Did you empower team members to identify and report hazards?
Those actions show that you're not just talking about safety, you're actively leading by example.
Okay, let's tackle this question. How do you manage and resolve conflicts or issues that arise within your team or between team members?
Conflict is inevitable in any workplace, but it's especially important to handle it effectively in a fast-paced production environment.
It's about finding solutions that are fair and beneficial for everyone involved.
Think back to a time when you successfully mediated a conflict between team members.
Maybe there was a disagreement about work assignments or a personality clash that was affecting team morale.
Walk the interviewer through your approach.
Did you meet with each person individually? Did you facilitate a group discussion? Did you use specific conflict resolution techniques like active listening or finding common ground?
And highlight the positive outcome.
Did the conflict de-escalate? Did the team's performance improve?
It shows that you can handle those tricky interpersonal dynamics with professionalism and empathy.
Okay, here's a potential follow-up. What are your strategies for preventing conflicts from arising in the first place?
It's about being proactive and creating a positive and respectful work environment.
You might talk about fostering a culture of open communication where team members feel comfortable voicing their concerns.
For emphasizing teamwork and collaboration, ensuring that everyone feels valued and heard.
Clear expectations, well-defined roles, those can go a long way in preventing misunderstandings and conflicts.
And again, remember, RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor these answers to the specific job description.
If the company values a collaborative work environment, emphasize your experience in team building and creating a positive culture.
Last question for this part. How do you stay up to date on industry trends and best practices in fruit production?
The fruit industry is constantly evolving.
New technologies, new varieties, new challenges.
And they want to know that you're a lifelong learner who's committed to staying ahead of the curve.
So how do you stay informed?
Do you subscribe to industry publications like American Fruit Grower or Good Fruit Grower?
Do you attend conferences like the annual meeting of the American Society for Horticultural Science?
Do you participate in online forums or webinars?
Share how you stay connected to the latest developments.
And just as important, how do you translate that knowledge into action?
Maybe you read a research article about a new irrigation technique and implemented it on your farm, resulting in water savings and improved yields.
Or perhaps you learned about a new pest control method that's more environmentally friendly and shared that knowledge with your team, leading to reduced pesticide use.
It's about showing that you're not just passively absorbing information, you're actively applying it to improve your work and the industry as a whole.
Great. We've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We've tackled some tough interview questions, highlighted the importance of showcasing your passion and skills.
And even sprinkled in some tips on how to leverage RoleCatcher's AI to your advantage.
It's all about giving you the tools and confidence you need to ace that interview.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve even deeper into interview strategies and help you polish those answers to a brilliant shine.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more insights and tips to help you land that dream job as a fruit production team leader. Welcome back. We're diving deeper into those interview questions that can help you land that fruit production team leader role.
You know, it's interesting how a simple question can reveal so much about a candidate. Like, how do you prioritize tasks and manage your time effectively in a fast-paced production environment?
It's like a balancing act between urgency and importance.
Exactly. And it's a question that a lot of people stumble on. The interviewer wants to know that you can handle the pressure when deadlines are looming and you've got multiple things demanding your attention.
Right. It's about showcasing your ability to stay organized and focused, even in a hectic environment.
So instead of just saying, I'm great at multitasking, what are some ways to answer this effectively?
Be specific. Think about techniques that are relevant to fruit production.
Okay, so like what? Give me an example.
Well, you could mention using the Pomodoro technique for focused work when you're planning the harvest.
I like that. It shows you understand the need for deep concentration even when things are busy around you.
Exactly. Or you could talk about the Eisenhower matrix for prioritizing tasks.
That's a good one, especially since timing is so crucial in fruit production.
Absolutely. A late frost or a delayed shipment can have a huge impact.
So being able to prioritize tasks and manage your time effectively is essential.
To really impress them, you could mention using Gantt charts to plan a harvest schedule.
Those charts visually map out tasks, dependencies, and deadlines, right?
Precisely. It shows you're thinking strategically and using tools to optimize the entire operation.
Now, that's impressive. And don't forget about personal time management strategies.
Like to-do lists or project management apps.
Right, showcasing your organizational skills is key.
Now imagine this follow-up question. Describe a situation where you had to adjust your plans due to an unforeseen circumstance in the field.
Oh, the curveballs. Mother Nature loves to throw those our way.
Exactly. A hailstorm, a pest outbreak, a labor shortage, anything can happen.
They want to see how you adapt and problem solve on the fly.
Right. Think of a specific anecdote. Maybe you had to reschedule a harvest due to unexpected rain.
Explain how you communicated the changes to your team, reassessed priorities, and adjusted the schedule to minimize any losses.
It's all about showing that you can think critically and make sound decisions under pressure.
Okay, let's move on to teamwork. How do you foster a culture of teamwork and collaboration within your production team?
Fruit production is all about teamwork. From planting to harvesting to packing, a good leader knows how to create a cohesive and productive unit.
So how can someone answer this in a way that really highlights their strengths?
Think about your leadership style. Do you value open communication? Do you encourage feedback? Do you celebrate successes as a team?
Sharing specific examples will bring your approach to life.
Maybe you implemented a weekly team meeting where everyone shares updates and brainstorms solutions.
Or a peer-to-peer recognition program where team members acknowledge each other's contributions.
Those are great examples. And you can weave in insights from the RoleCatcher Career Guide here, too.
Right, like if the guide emphasizes communication, you could talk about how you've developed systems for efficient communication between different teams.
Like field workers and the packing house staff.
It shows you're connecting your approach to the realities of the job.
Okay, here's a question that's often overlooked, but it's important. How do you handle a team member who's not meeting expectations or following safety protocols?
Oh, it's a tough one, but it's a reality of leadership.
It's a balancing act between being supportive and holding people accountable.
Right, you want to create a safe and productive environment for everyone.
And avoid being judgmental. Focus on specific behaviors and their impact.
You could say, when safety protocols aren't followed, it puts everyone at risk and could lead to delays.
Exactly. And then outline the steps you would take to address the issue.
Did you provide additional training? Did you offer support? Did you set clear expectations and consequences?
A good leader understands that sometimes people need a little extra help.
Now, a potential follow-up question could be, can you give an example of a time when you had to discipline a team member?
Choose an example that shows you handled the situation fairly and professionally.
Like maybe a team member was consistently late and it was disrupting the workflow.
Explain how you met with them, outline the impact of their tardiness, and set clear expectations.
And if the situation improved, be sure to mention that. It shows that your approach was effective.
Okay, let's talk about staying up to date. How do you stay informed about the latest trends and technologies in fruit production?
This industry is constantly evolving. New advancements are happening all the time.
They want to know that you're curious and you're committed to staying ahead of the curve.
So how do you impress them with your answer?
Talk about your involvement in professional organizations like the International Fruit Tree Association.
Or the American Pomological Society?
Mention your familiarity with precision agriculture techniques like using drones for crop monitoring or sensors for irrigation.
It's about showing that you're embracing technology and using it to improve efficiency and sustainability.
And here's where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful.
If the job description mentions sustainability, the AI might suggest you talk about your experience with environmentally friendly practices.
Like integrated pest management or water conservation strategies.
It's like having a personalized guide to help you tailor your responses.
To wrap up this section, let's consider this question. What is your definition of success as a fruit production team leader?
That's a good one. It's about more than just meeting production targets.
This is your chance to share your values and your vision for the role.
What truly matters to you as a leader?
Is it fostering a positive team environment? Is it producing high-quality fruit sustainably?
Or maybe it's exceeding customer expectations and contributing to the success of the operation.
Whatever your definition of success is, articulate it with passion and conviction.
It's your opportunity to leave a lasting impression and show them that you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to make a real difference in the world of fruit production.
In this part, we've covered a range of questions from time management and teamwork to conflict resolution and technology.
We've talked about the importance of tailoring your responses to the specific job and how RoleCatcher's AI can give you an edge.
But there's more. Join us for the final part, where we'll share more strategies to help you ace that interview.
All right, welcome back to the final part of our deep dive, where we're focusing on getting you ready for that fruit production team leader interview.
We've covered so much already, from specific questions to industry insights and time management tips.
But there's one crucial piece we need to talk about: RoleCatcher's AI.
Yes, RoleCatcher's AI. It's not just about finding jobs. It's about giving you the tools to succeed throughout the entire hiring process.
Like having a personal career coach right in your pocket.
Exactly. And one of the most helpful features is the interview question repository.
Interview question repository. Tell me more.
It's a massive collection of practice interview questions, over 120,000.
Wow, that's a lot. So they cover pretty much any job you can imagine.
You got it. But here's where the AI comes in.
Yeah.
It doesn't just overwhelm you with questions, it analyzes the specific job description you're targeting.
So it narrows it down to the most relevant questions for that specific role.
Exactly. It's like a personalized study guide tailored to what the employer is looking for.
That's so cool. It takes the guesswork out of preparing.
And it gets even better. RoleCatcher's AI can actually give you feedback on your answers.
Wait, really? So it's not just about practicing, it's about getting expert advice on how to make your answers better.
Absolutely. It analyzes things like clarity, conciseness, relevance, and even your tone.
So it helps you identify any weaknesses and areas where you can improve.
Exactly. It's like having a virtual interview coach giving you personalized feedback.
And all of this is based on my unique strengths and the specific requirements of the job.
Precisely. But hold on, there's more to them. RoleCatcher also has a video practice feature.
A video practice feature? What's that?
You record yourself answering interview questions, and then the AI gives you feedback on your delivery, body language, and overall presentation.
Oh, wow. So it's like doing a mock interview, but from the comfort of your own home.
Exactly. It's a great way to boost your confidence and make sure you're putting your best foot forward.
That's incredible. So RoleCatcher doesn't just prepare you, it over-prepares you, which is exactly what you want.
And remember, all those career insights we talked about earlier, the responsibilities of the role, the challenges facing the industry, that's all integrated into the AI's feedback.
So it's not just about giving generic answers, it's about demonstrating a deep understanding of the job and the industry.
Exactly. It helps you connect the dots and show the interviewer why you're the perfect fit.
This has been so insightful. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they get ready for their interviews?
Remember to let your passion shine through. Share your story, highlight your experiences, and showcase those leadership skills.
And don't forget to use RoleCatcher's AI to your advantage. It's an invaluable tool that can help you refine your answers and boost your confidence.
You've got this. With the right preparation and a positive mindset, you'll be well on your way to landing that fruit production team leader role.
This has been the Deep Dive, helping you navigate the world of fruit production careers. Good luck with your interviews.